Hi and welcome to a whattabletpc.com overview of Android 3.2.1 on the ASUS Transformer Prime. Today I'm just going to show you around Android 3.2 and we're going to have a look and see what it's capable of doing, and particularly the software. Now this is slightly tweaked because it's the ASUS Transformer Prime tablet, but generally this is a fairly clean Android installation. So first up, you've got kind of the home screen here. You may have noticed as I went in, I unlocked the screen. Let's just show you how you do that. So this is the kind of first screen that you'll see as you boot up Android 3.2, and some of the images may have changed, but fundamentally it'll be the same thing. And you've got this kind of lock icon here. Now what we do with that is just give it a swipe with your finger in the middle and to the unlock key, and there you go, you're in. So then if we have a look at Android 3.2, you'll notice on this video there's a little bit of flicker across the screen. That's just the way that the kind of video works. You don't get that on the actual tablet itself. But here you have various kind of options from here. You've got a kind of list of apps that you can access directly from this screen. You've got some details around a widget that gives you the kind of weather, temperature, where you are, or so you can set it for a certain location. You've got a quick search box here that will allow you to search the tablet and search Google. If I take us back, we've also got an icon here which allows you to quickly get into an application that will allow you to search using voice control. Similarly, you've got a screen over here where you can quickly jump into your applications. We'll come to that in a later part of this video. And also there's a way you can set up your kind of home screens with various different widgets and applications, again, which we'll come back to later. Down the bottom you have a back button that you've seen me as already kind of using something. So if I want to jump to the browser, I haven't actually got a Wi-Fi connection set up currently, so that's why we're getting these connection issues. But you can see I just press this button and it'll take me back to the previous location. Similarly, at the bottom here we have a home button which will always bring you back to this screen. So again, if I jump into Android Market, again we'll have the connection issues, but I can just press this home screen and it brings you back here. Now also within this tablet, this might be slightly different from the Android version that you see, but if you click on this kind of double box here, you brought up any applications that are already open, and from here you can actually close them down. So there's a little cross next to the name of the application and the picture of the application. You can just click on it, tap on it, and you can close those down. You'll notice as I'm navigating Android that I'm using my fingers to do that. To actually get anything to happen, you can either swipe left to right and move between screens, and similarly you can move from right to left. And you just use your fingers to kind of navigate, and when you want to select something you just tap on it. So for example, if I want to tap on the music application, you just tap on it and it brings it up. Let's go back. You'll notice as I'm kind of navigating around, I'm navigating onto an empty screen there, another empty screen there, but if I navigate back to the kind of home screen and then onto this MyZine application, which is a widget based system that ASUS have on their tablet Transformer Prime, and also there's another screen here as I navigate that's just got a Tegra Zone gaming app. There's a lot of empty space on here, and this is what happens with Android. You're given a pretty much clean slate to play with, but then you can add widgets and add different applications, etc. Let me just jump back to that. There's a little plus icon up the top here. If I click on it, it gives you a better view of what those 5 screens are. So as you can see here, you've got the home screen here, which tells you which kind of applications you've got running along the bottom. So as I've tapped on that screen, it's taken me directly there. You've got the kind of widgets that you've got available, and it kind of shows you there where you've got empty screens as well. So for example, if I want to add some widgets to these screens, I can do. Now I've jumped into this view which is allows you to make those changes, which is a little plus at the top, and down the bottom here you've got a number of widgets to choose from. So say for example there's a widget here that encourages you to put some bookmarks on. If I click on that and actually hold it down with my finger, I can then drag it to one of the screens and it drops this onto the screen. So there you can actually then when you come back to actually go on that screen, you can see I've got those widgets dropped on there, and you can save those, and it will it's a kind of quick navigation to those widgets and applications. Similarly, there's kind of like an analog clock here, so if I select that and drop it onto this screen, again it goes onto that screen and then it's saved there, so you've got quick access to that. There's a Google search facility here, let's pop that over there. Let's see what else we've got here. A number of different options. If I run through them, you've got a kind of battery widget that tells you what battery you've got left on the tablet, an ASUS email widget, the MyZine, which is an ASUS widget again, and also an ASUS kind of time and date widget. A number of other things here, a weather widget, an analog clock, some bookmarks, calendar to choose from. Let's put a calendar into one of these. I'll tell you what, let's pop it in there. And similarly, you've got other things like contacts, email, Gmail, Google search, Google Photos, Google Posts, Latitude, which is the kind of Google GPS application, the market, also some music. I'll tell you what, let's pop some music over here. So if I click on this, hold the finger down and drag it to the screen I want it on, we've then done that. Now if I go back to the home screen, and you'll see immediately that these applications are actually now showing on each of those individual screens that we dropped them onto. Now you can take them off again. It's very simple. If you click on them and hold your finger down, straight away over here you'll see a trash can coming up, and you can now drag them across, and when they turn red and the trash can goes red, you just drop them back in there and they've now disappeared. So let's do that with this analog clock here. Click on it, hold it down, drop it over here, trash it, this bookmark here, click on it, hold it down, goes red, trash it, and you can see it's all pretty straightforward. So if I just do that for a couple of these other ones, and we'll just start again with a clean slate. But that gives you a quick idea on how to shape your home screens and quickly set things up. In the next video, what I'm going to do is show you some of the applications that are available directly on this tablet, and so you get a bit of a feel for what's available. Some of these are ASUS applications, some are more Google's own applications that go along with Android. But that will give you a bit of a view, and I'll also show you how the games kind of work on this ASUS tablet, which is a Tegra 3 tablet, so it has very, very strong graphical capabilities and capable of running 3D games. I'll also show you around a bit more Android 3.2. So that's it for this video. If you want to know more about Android or the ASUS Transformer Prime tablet, then drop by whattabletpc.com, sign up to the email list, and you'll see when we put new updates on, new videos, and we'll catch up there. Thank you.